what is a good race? Um, Hi, I'm about 2 weeks into iRacing, and I'm still really excited just to complete a race with fewer than 10 penalty points. I've heard a lot of folks talk about how to rank up quickly and about the best career paths in iRacing. Um, but I mean, come on. I'm not coming into this trying to hurry my way into an A license. This isn't about how quickly I can grab a prize. This is about a journey and what I can learn along the way. Um, I am here to race well and enjoy what I'm doing. What we've got here, this is my 24th official race. I went into it thinking, let me try to race my race. That I had qualified poorly, but it earned me 5th place on the grid. So I was about to either get banged up in the thick of things, or might I find a way to have a good race? Well, let's just get started in this.
Green flag, green flag.
All right. And you can see down in the other corner there, I added the TV look.
Car on your left.
It was real
Clear
thick
on the left.
coming through here.
Left side. Clear on the left. Car on your left.
And I just stayed off to the side and hoped that nobody banged into me. And at this point, there's 4 cars ahead of me, 5 cars ahead of me, and that guy just popped off. So keep it on track. That's all I was thinking. These folks ahead of me, they look like they're just gonna take off. And the pressure starts to build, and you start thinking, oh, well, maybe I'll hurry up and zoom around the corner. But that's how mistakes happen. I eased off the throttle coming into this corner. Coming around here, you gotta spot that curve and make that turn. Somebody's off. Oh, don't run into him. And here I'm thinking, okay, don't try to race him. This dude wants to get going. Let him go.
Car stopped ahead.
Car stopped ahead. What could this be?
Car stopped on the left. Go right.
Random.
There's an incident ahead. Go left. Car right.
That's
Go
the kind of
left.
thing where,
Clear on the
honestly,
right.
it's just a roll of the dice. I get dinged at those kinds of things all the time. You come around a corner, boom, somebody is right there. Or you're trying to rejoin on track. Don't sweat it.
You're now in third.
Look at that. I'm now in 3rd. That was a surprise. So, in the game, I actually had my overlays on. New to this. So, when I was trying to record it, I did something where I accidentally turned them off. So I could see that I'm in 3rd, and I can see that there's a growing gap behind me. The rest of the field is following, but they keep slipping and sliding and getting themselves into trouble. So check this out. I push a little too hard, and that's where I get my first penalty. Here, I'm just thinking, be a little careful, be a little cautious. Be safe entering these corners. Yeah, it's slower, but that's where I am. Like, I see people doing laps at this place 5, 6, 7 seconds faster than me. So right now I'm just learning, like that last sharp turn there. Nice long straight, kind of relax a little bit. And then right here, this corner gets me so often because it's so easy to carry too much momentum. Then you get through, you gun it. This right turn kind of keeps surprising me. It comes up and you really... I think I've learned about rotation, not just turning, but when you ease off of the throttle and you turn the steering wheel and you can feel the car point in a new direction and then you gun it, whereas when you turn and you're going, I'm just like, let's see if I stay in here. Yeah, I eased off the throttle, straightened out, and gunned it. Look, in future videos I'll have my my inputs for the throttle and the brake, and I'll have the track map and my relative position to other people, but I didn't want to bother trying to get it back on there. Let's just get this video up to the peoples. This is really fun coming down this stretch because you get so much momentum. Car stopped on the left. Just escaping. And drop it into second so that I can make it up that curve. And by the time I'm here, like, that car, they sure look like they're gone.
The car in C1, just at the master flat, 41.93.
So you can see on the steering wheel dash that this is the third lap, and my last lap time was 1:47-ish, or something like that. I'm in third gear. Slow it down, turn, get the car rotated, and then accelerate. So in a race like this, it's kind of nice. I'm really all by myself. Slow it down, drop it into second. These cars, they actually handle better when there's some acceleration. So you kind of have to be gunning it. However, yeah, sometimes you get a little out of balance. That is the second penalty point. You come up here and you're looking on the left for that curb, and I'm late every time. But then here, really got to slow it down, rotate the car, because this part right there is so perilous to spin out. Then you can come over here, you're like, yay, I made it, it's a straight, it's downhill, let's just go super fast. But this stop and turn, oh, can't tell you how many times I've messed up that turn and go wide on the way out. So for me, this was very much just about
The car in C2, just at the master flat, 41.3.
this is just about like how to keep my cool and not let the pressures of the race get to you. Like I've started getting, like I said, I've been doing this for like 2 weeks now. And at first, I couldn't finish the lap. Summit Raceway, I think, is the summit point. And then Virginia North course was last week. That was really fun. But I couldn't finish a lap. I was just sliding all over the place. And then I got a lap. And then I would get a couple laps. But every time the race is on, I would start to feel all this pressure. Like, maybe I should go just a little faster. Maybe these guys are catching up to me and I don't want to let them. Or there's a gap, I should jump into it. Trouble. It's always trouble. So now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get to where I can drive safely. Not necessarily slowly. I'm not looking to just putter around in the back of the grid. But if I'm in a race and there's other people who have competence, then know your place, man. You know, drive to your skills. So here we come. There's a car behind me, you can see. We're now on the 5th lap. There's a car that was behind me. You can see it in that little mirror on the other side over there. This guy was amazing, Javier. Oh yeah, so I don't. That moment was a big moment for me. I saw Javier coming up from like 10 seconds behind me, and then 8 seconds, gaining like 2 seconds a lap. And I saw this because of my telemetry stuff. I could see Javier coming, and I thought, oh man, first off, how is he driving so fast? But more importantly, here comes a moment for me to actually contribute something to this race. I haven't had a lot of wheel-to-wheel racing. This driver was coming up with pace. I wanted to make sure that I did not bungle it. I wanted to make sure that when Javier approached, I pulled over, I made it clear what I was doing, that I was not going to try any shenanigans, and Javier, I think, saw that, went for the gap that I was very clearly leaving open, and then just took off, and just keeps going. I mean, okay, white flag. This is the last lap. So far, it's only 2 penalty points for those off tracks. It's the best I've ever done so far. Making the turns. At this point, I'm like 10 seconds ahead of the next person behind me, so I don't have to rush. I don't have a crowd of people behind me, and if I did, I'd probably just let them all go by. So like, I took that turn really carefully because, you know, it's the last lap. It'd be really embarrassing to crash out now. Not embarrassing. It would just be not the outcome. This is an irresistible turn, but I want to get it right. Slow it down, turn, gun it. Watch for the curb on the left. There it is. Nope, I was wrong. There it is. So tricky. Then here, slow it down, rotate. Still gotta rotate. There we go. Now fire away. So extra cautious. Here we come.
Have about 5 laps of fuel left.
And we're about to hit the checkered flag underneath that little bridge.
There's the flag. It's over.
Thanks, mate.
Nice run. Solid work.
I love the spotter, the pit crew. This is all really fun. I don't know if you can tell here, but I went ahead and made my own livery for the car. Gave my pit crew bespoke jumpers. So here I'm just doing a victory. You know, I just felt so thrilled. So I thought I'd just go around the track and basically in third gear, not pushing it, just enjoying it. This was so much fun. This was so much fun because I drove within my abilities. I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew how to execute it. Really, kind of for the first time, it didn't feel random. So this was a major milestone. And after this race, I was like, oh, I should go ahead and celebrate this race. That's what this video was. This was the first race where it felt legit. And look, man, my time was like a 146 at this circuit. And I'll tell you what, there are a lot of racers out there who would consider it a bad day if they couldn't do faster than a 146. But that's them, you know. I completed this race. I didn't crash out.
Bring it on in.
All right. That's the end of that race. Mad props to Javier. It was a pleasure to watch somebody else on track drive with such skill. And it was, quite frankly, it felt great to be able to get out of the way responsibly. I see some of these drivers in some of these videos where they're doing like, it's called a bump draft, where they're like right behind each other and they're doing like, 100 miles an hour, 200 miles an hour, whatever. And they're just zipping and zooming. And one thing that gets me about that is that is so responsible. Like, to be able to drive so fast, so precisely. That's something I'd like to be able to do. I think that would be a lot of fun. Heck yeah, it was a good race. This was my very best race yet. Why? Why was it a good race? I can hear you asking. I guess it was because my performance was pretty close to the goals that I had set out for myself. Did I get lucky? I got very lucky. There was a bunch of other people crashing out, and they just couldn't stop slipping on banana peels. Some days that'll be me, but today it was them. Did I drive well? Yes, I drove well. And I very much enjoyed what I was doing. So I hope that you drive well and enjoy what you're doing.